year ago, representing for Reggaeville once again from SummerJam 2012, together as one. Here with Protoje.
Diggy diggy.
Diggy dig digs. One of my favorite artists right now. Serious. This is your first time SummerJam, right?
Right.
Tell me, how was the vibe for you? How was the show? How was it for you to be welcomed here so warm?
It was a great feeling. No, I won't lie to you. When I was singing my second song and I had my mic up, I felt my hands shaking. And I mean, I performed a lot of places and a lot of big crowds, but for some reason it was just, it was overwhelming, and I just had to relax and calm down and do my set. But it was a joy to see the people reacting the way they did, and you know, they were with me through the whole hour and 15 minutes. So it was a joy. I give thanks that, you know, it worked out.
It was very nice. What projects are you working on right now? What's next to be released?
I'm working on my second album, the follow-up to 7 Year Itch. It's called The 8 Year Affair, and we were a good ways into it now, but since we've been to Europe, we think we're gonna just switch it up a whole different and come with a different thing. So we might release an EP next month with some of the singles that have been out, and then work on the album and get it ready for October.
Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to it because your last album was in my CD player like since I got it like for a year.
Did you buy it or did you download it?
No, I got it.
Oh. Fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah. But I promoted it well.
I bought your album.
Oh, I'm gonna buy yours. Uh-oh. Okay, have to set this straight. What's the difference between the European and the Jamaican massive?
Do you mean the audience or
Yeah,
the people?
audience.
The crowd?
The way they receive your music and react to it.
Jamaica is much harder to perform.
Yeah.
It's much harder. The hardest show that I've done in my career over there is Sumfest, and I have it 2 weeks from now as I get back to Jamaica. The Jamaican audience is a lot harder to please, you know. They're more, let me see what this dude is gonna come with now, you know. Well, European audience is more, alright, I know all these songs and ready to work, you know. The Jamaican audience, you have to work, but once you work hard and you give them the realness, they'll definitely support you. And I love performing in Jamaica. No matter where I go in the world, there's nothing like when I take command of a Jamaican stage, and you know, I mean, I get to be more focused more on the lyrics, while in Europe we know we focus more on the groove and the music. So it's give and take, but both of them I love, and you have to you can't do the same show that you do in Jamaica here, you know. I mean, you have to know your audience and perform, you know, in a way that suits you.
Tell us more about the live music in Jamaica, because it used to be kind of dead for a while, and now it's a movement on the rise, right? So tell us about that.
Yeah, the live movement has been going on in our bands like Roots Underground and Dub Tonic that been holding it down while it was in a state of dormancy. But they were holding it down for bands like us, and then when me and Nomads and Janine kind of came up together in Jamnesia, and you know, we kind of started to build a energy and a vibe around the live shows. And you know, it started until, you know, right now it's just an explosion with, you know, Raging Fire, Kabaka Pyramid, Chronics, Empress Sativa. Did I say Raging Fire?
Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, Raging Fire. You know, myself and Janine and, you know, Nomads, and there's so many bands that are up on the rise right now, coming up, and the scene is really alive and good. And when it is that all of us are on the road together performing, then it's when it's going to really be the revival. I must say big up to Romain Virgo, to another youth holding it down wicked. Finally, I'm a tune this, you know. Oh, all them calibuds, yeah. Finally the herbs come around. Boom, 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 boom. No, sir.
Go straight to the concert after this. We're gonna make it real fast. Okay, one thing the flying. Flying in an airplane. I mean, you like to get high maybe sometimes, but the flying is a different thing, right?
Yeah, I don't like to fly. I don't like to fly at all. Like the flight here today, man, it was like shaking up with us, and I don't like flying, but it's part of the work, I guess, and I just have to work harder so I can make demands like, yo, once I take the plane to Europe, no more planes, just trains and buses. And the goal is to be up here in my band, the Indignation. I'm not coming back to Europe without my band. And when we're here, you know, we're just gonna get a bus and drive around and get rid of the planes. If I could take a boat from Jamaica, I would take the boat. I don't like flying at all.
You had a really bad experience with on playing with Don, right?
On what?
On the plane when you were coming to Munich, is that true?
Was it Munich? Yeah. Listen, we had 4 bad experiences. See, there's a plane right there. Yeah. And we were on the plane. Dan was sleeping, yeah. And then all of a sudden it just drops, you know, and he just flies up like, okay. You know, the whole plane jumps around. It was crazy. Yeah? I don't like flying. Let's not. Can we change the subject,
yeah,
please?
Sorry.
We give thanks. Jai is my co-pilot though, and he's keeping me safe thus far. So I give thanks.
I hope he does that in the future too.
Yeah, man.
50 years of independence in Jamaica. What do you want to say about that?
I want to say that, you know, I give thanks that we've been freed up from colonialism and stuff, but at the same point in time, we have so much more to work on to be independent. I always talk about this, but one of our major things is that we need to eat what we grow and feed ourselves more than right now. We're exporting more food than we're importing, you know what I mean? Exporting more than we're importing, right? I think it's something like 700 million worth of import as opposed to 100 million worth of exports. So that's a deficit around 600 million. I mean, we can't afford to be doing that as a small country like Jamaica. So as we move forward for the next 50 years, I really want us to eat what we grow. That's one of the main things we can do to start being more independent. So, but bless up same way, I don't want to be a downer and everything, you know, but I just really think that we have a long way to go to be a truly independent nation. Yeah.
Last question is, what is your all-time favorite album? Yeah, I mean, I know there's so many, but like the first one that pops up. The first one. You probably have 5 in your head already.
Yeah, I have 5, exactly.
The first one that came up.
My all-time favorite album. I don't know. I have to pick one?
Yeah. Alright, you can say all 5 then.
Black Uhuru Red. Hugh Mondale, Africa Must Be Free by 1983. Bob Marley, Rastaman Vibration. Aine Kamosi Statement. And Damon Marley, Welcome to Jamrock. I think, yeah.
Thank you for the time and interview.
Blessed love, Sarah Lugo.
Yeah.
Hey, love.
Reggaeville.
Protoje. Give thanks for the love. Indignation in this nation.
Yes,
Tell every radio
Big
station.